Hello, we're back. We exist. I'm not entirely sure we've survived to this point. We may just be a bunch of ghosts sitting around a table.
I would like that.
We're
very
definitely
much.
just
Can
a
we
bunch
do
of
that
ghosts
one?
sitting around a table.
So,
See, ghost implies that we still have our souls.
oh,
I would
Yeah.
say it more like Draugr. We're just lifeless,
Draugr-
animated husks.
I lost my soul in the Civil War.
depends
Animated
on
is
where
a
you're coming
stretch.
from with Draugr. I'm not going to get into an argument about this right now.
Look, I just said the first undead physical entity I could think of.
Yeah, so this is going to be our last stream of the semester because we're going on break next weekend after we die again in exam week, you know. And we'll be back the second weekend of February. Yes, I don't remember. We have a fencing tournament the weekend we get back. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So, we'll be off of school for, 6 whole weeks and then come back and...
Probably two practices. We probably won't even have practice
Yeah.
that Sunday.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun. This is going to be fun because we're going to have, 6 weeks of something else maybe. I have an idea for something to run online like we did over the summer. But I just kind of started fleshing that out earlier today, so we'll see where that goes. But, yeah. Hopefully questions will be answered to some degree by the end of the night tonight, and you'll kind of know what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's just thing after thing kept coming up, and here we are. So, yeah. We're going to start out today in the, I use the word tunnels very loosely, but the tunnels underneath Centauri. Because Aradia has been wanting to get her goddamn money from Kira since, session 1 here.
A treasure map, something.
Just something valuable in exchange for her services, damn it! So, you've gone to the Thieves Guild, and you two are hanging out in the sort of marketplace nearby. As I said, I use the word tunnels very loosely. It's really a collection of, roadways and sewer systems and ruins from where people have lived in this place for so long that they've started building on top of what had already been there. Some of it is tunnels that have been dug to connect those things, but you're in an old ruins marketplace just kind of hanging out. It's not a particularly nice place, but everyone seems pretty content to mind their own business and leave you to mind yours.
So I've been here before.
Possibly. Actually, quite probably.
Yeah.
I remember what I did last time. I don't remember everybody else did. Because I remember I talked to Weimer and then I went to find the body. And
You went and asked somebody
where it was
about
first.
it. And the acolyte that you talked to said that she had just swept down there.
I'm being an asshole. Keep going.
Okay.
Yes,
They're
these
very
are.
bright.
I got these.
They're Bilbo dice.
They're Bilbo dice, based off of. This seems weird. Based off of a real cat that exists. His name is Bilbo. He has a podcast. Please listen to it. It's called the Bilbocast. It's very calming. It's just important. Sorry, I'm sort of interrupting your monologue
It's
with
okay.
a fucking commercial, but Bilbo is at the Good Cat Boy on Twitter. If you would also like some wonderful Bilbo dice, or to see a very round and very good boy.
Is your shirt as well?
My shirt. Ain't that just the way?
Yeah. You're
Man,
just
yeah.
advertising for Bilbo
I'm
over
really
there.
just advertising for Bilbo, huh? Yeah, so these are very pretty, very good dice. Also, I would die for Bilbo, so,
Don't
if
worry, you will.
yeah, I will. Yeah, so Ellen from now on Twitter is Bilbo's mom, and I believe that is also the URL of the store. So I don't know, just like stick that into Google or something. I'm gonna shell for Bilbo for the rest of my life. Anyway, we're in this this place, the tunnel store.
Howler is sitting on a bench in this marketplace playing with a cat that's wandered down. His name is Bilbo. He is
orange and he is round and his name is Bilbo and he does not let me touch his toe beans.
The cat's not like or try to eat Howler.
Howler is like a dude-sized bird.
Have you ever met a cat?
I lived with two of them. I imagine that they would find a Howler's like tail fun to play with, or perhaps his wings. But I don't believe that they would be especially keen on eating something very, very much larger than they are.
Just curious.
Just curious, yeah.
Meanwhile, after having determined that the cat is not a threat to at least who he perceives as his charge, Safeguard has just melted into the shadows.
Okay.
Are you going to introduce
Yeah, well,
Safeguard? I've never heard of
yes.
this one before.
Oh yeah, this one.
Oh no.
Safeguard Unit 1360. He's a Warforged bodyguard.
Okay.
Just in general, or for like specifically Howler?
For Howler's
Just-
bodyguard
It
for
really changes time to time. Generally, it's just like the first person he sees after changing into this form.
I see. I very much enjoy that. So who
You
did
have a
Safeguard
strange
first
mechanical
Yeah.
bodyguard.
Oh, good. Howler's bodyguard.
Yeah, that's why he made sure to deem that the cat is not a threat.
I see.
Yeah. So when we left off, like literally 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago,
Jesus.
this would be the 6th week since we last played. It's been a while. I'm glad we were able to get one more session in before break, but you got to answer, sort of. You got some answers for some of your questions, raised some new questions, and generally determined that something weird is going on here. I'm pretty sure none of you have any idea what's actually going on, but hopefully that will change by the end of the night. You found out that the sort of visions that you saw in the military bunker type place weren't how it went, or everybody's lying, or everybody's forgotten, or something.
Something ain't adding up, Chief.
Yeah, something's not adding up. So, you weren't able to find out what the key was for. You hear that the body of Silgri was interred in the crypts in the Pantheon across town. You haven't checked that yet. You were going to do that today. So, you also met 2 new guild members who will probably show back up later. Players weren't able to come tonight, so they aren't here today, but
They already shared all their information, or the characters already shared all their information, right?
yes.
Cool.
And then I had to ask for it again because I didn't remember it over a month. So, yeah. It'll be interesting. Did I forget anything that you guys have remembered?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
I just very, like, right before, made a point of going back to, like, check up on what Howler was doing the whole time. I do know, I remember, he now knows what peanut butter is. Put that on happy slices. Got
Yeah.
that good. Yeah, I mean, that's really all that happened. There was also Heller talked to Gira, was not very happy about that. Gira was very upset by.
Rita gave Weimar an existential crisis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Weimar an existential. We gave a lot of people some existential crises.
Yeah. Because they're really confused because you talked to their dead friend, you
Yeah.
know, the one who held their party together.
Yeah, and then she fucking died. So that seems to have happened. Some shit's not lining up, so there's more mysteries to solve, but no one really wants to get that involved because, oops. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Howler had any other specific questions besides let's go to the crypt and find a dead body. So
Yeah, we're still
I'm
trying to
good
figure
to
out
go.
what the key is for, but
Yeah, we're also still trying to figure out what the key is for, but Howler is sort of like blatantly keeping that in check.
But who
he
is
doesn't
carrying the
promise.
key?
I think it's you.
Okay.
I was the one who picked it up, so
I didn't remember.
yeah. Howler has the key to my heart.
None of them knew what Dark Flame was. I forgot to ask Weimar what the key, but the other two didn't know what the key was for.
Yeah.
I assume Weimar
Roan
doesn't know
didn't
anyway.
know.
Roan said she checked the room after they finished their battle and didn't find it, so considering how Weimar was unconscious at the time, I sincerely doubt that he would know anything, even if it were there.
What if we just put it in thin air like we would a key and tried to unlock something?
I mean, if you're going to suggest that to Howler, Howler will do it.
But you're in the Thieves Guild at the moment, so you'll have to hold on to that thought for a few minutes.
Howler's busy playing with the cat. Don't ask him. Don't have time for that.
So, you have entered the Thieves Guild hall. Hall is also a loose term, just like
Yeah.
tunnels is. It's a cavernous room. There are relatively few people around today, considering who's usually around. You recognize most of them in passing, kind of give them a nod as you have walked in. You find Girona at the desk in the back, and he looks up and kind of scowls at you.
Is he still going through his crisis thing, or is he chill now?
You can't quite tell. You aren't sure what this scowl is for. It might be because of the whole crisis deal. Might just be that he's not happy to see you, because he isn't all the time. He's not exactly a happy person. So,
You have any money?
yes I do. I apologize.
Or, you know, like, I'm into, like, treasure maps and stuff, something.
Well, let me see what I had written down. And he like flips through the pages of his book and says, "We agreed on 50 gold. I'm going to give you 100 for the delay." And he just pulls out a bag of